So, what a weird week because both PlayStation and Xbox seem to be taking a hammer to the final nail in the coffins of console gaming by the looks of it. It's just weird. Like, Xbox more so. I mean, obviously, I've been doing it for years. So, let's get into it. So, first off, PlayStation have decided that they're gonna sack fire 70 people from Bluepoint Games. Now, if you don't know who Bluepoint Games are, they are responsible for the Demon Souls remake and the Shadow of the Colossus remake. Now, these when I first bought a PlayStation 5, the first game I played was actually the Demon Souls remake. I didn't play the original properly because when it first came out, I don't think I had a PS3 when it first came out, so I didn't get around to playing it. Now, Demon Souls remake it's brilliant. Like, it looks gorgeous. It plays well. Granted, it's not as good as like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and Bloodborne and whatnot, but it's still a great game. I mean, anything in comparison to them is going to fall short. So yeah, so they got rid of them, and they could have done something great. The weird thing is they did stuff that they shouldn't have been doing. Like, they're making a God of War live service game. I mean, I'm no fan of any live service. I mean, when I hear live service, it just gives me the ick. It's just like, get away. Like, nobody wants it. Who's asking for this? Everyone wants to be the next Fortnite. Nobody's going to be the next Fortnite. Give it a rest. You're spending all this money on it, and it's just going to waste. It's not going to happen. Give it up. So yeah, so he was doing that, and that seems to be the last major project that I heard of anyway that he was into. And now it's come around, and they're just going, you know what? We don't need you anymore. We're going to get rid of you. And what they could have done is something that everyone's been crying out for: a Bloodborne remake. That is just is so obvious. Why didn't they put them on that? Everyone would have loved it. Everyone would have got it. Even the people who played the original Bloodborne would have bought it, so they would have sold easily. And the thing I don't get about this, when you've got a remake like that, the story's there, the mechanics are already there. A lot of the like source material is already there. You're just improving it, like just bringing it more up to date. So it's not the same as like starting a game from scratch where you're thinking of story, combat, all the rest of it. So it's not the same thing. So, and they've obviously got a track record of being good at these type of things. Now they've been let go, and I hope that somebody else picks them up, like a Capcom, for instance. I know they've got their own people like doing like the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes and number 4, but they could put them on something like Dino Crisis. Like Dino Crisis, if he was around at the time, it was something that was just, there was nothing else like it, and it was brilliant. It was just Resident Evil with dinosaurs. And if they did a proper full-on remake like they have done with the Resident Evil ones, it'd just be brilliant. So yeah, and it seems to be the way that they're going down a road of like, they just want live service. They want everything to be a live service when nobody is asking for it. Take Highguard. I mean, they had this big push with Highguard. I know it's not a PlayStation exclusive, but it was them that was just like, yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be a great thing. And it's bombing. Like, it's got like 1,000 players at most concurrently on Steam. Like, the website recently shut down for a couple of days, and people were just like, yeah, this is it. End of days for Highguard, which everybody's seen coming. Like, nobody wants this, so why are you doing it? Stop making these type of games. Even the people that make them don't even seem like they enjoy it. Like, have you seen the recent interview with the guys that are making the Horizon one? They're making a Horizon live service game. I think it's called Hunters. I paid that little attention to it. I can't remember what the full name of it's called. Horizon Hunters or something like that it's called. And when you look at like there's a guy who's like doing an interview for it, and like within the first 30 seconds, he just looks so downtrodden. He just looks like, I don't want to be doing this. Like, he doesn't look happy about it. So yeah, so big L for PlayStation in my opinion. I mean, just give up on the live service. Give it up. Focus on what you're good at. These great story-driven, narrative-driven games, because they're good. The Last of Us is great. You know, God of War is great. You've got some great games there. Don't mess it up. Now, on to the next one. A bit less of a surprise. Xbox doing something that is just like, yeah, we're seeing it coming kind of thing. Now, Phil Spencer stepped down. Now, I'm going to start by telling you from some of the good stuff that he's done. One of his first things he did was get rid of the Kinect from the original Xbox One because it was bundled in together and you couldn't buy it separately. Like when I first bought it, it was bundled in with the Kinect, and it was something like £100 dearer. So it was a big hefty price tag, and PlayStation was already winning because it had this £100, barrier that it didn't have to contend with because you just went, why would I spend £100 extra on Xbox to pay for something extra I don't want with it? So yeah, so he got rid of that and it helped the sales, but it was already on the back foot by then. PlayStation was just already well ahead. And then the other thing was he was a big push for Game Pass. I mean, say we want like Game Pass for people, let's say you could only afford, I know it's gone up now, but say you could only afford a tenner a month and you couldn't afford to spend like £40-50 on a game every month, then this was great. You had access to games. The library's massive. It's got its bad rap recently. I still have it personally because I got it on a deal where I'm still paying like the lower price. Like mine isn't £30, mine's still like £12 or something. So obviously I'm going to stick to it. And recently they've been doing quite well. They've had High on Life 2 day one. They had Avatar has been added to it. Kingdom Come Deliverance has been added to it. I think number 2 is coming next week as well. And so there's been quite a few bangers recently that have been on it. It's been pretty good. Star Wars Outlaws, I know that got a bit of crap, but I kind of liked it. It was all right. So yeah. So what he's done is, so anyway, back to Phil Spencer. So he's retired. And the thing that I think he has done bad is when they bought studios. Now they bought studios, which was a big push for them to be like, no, we need an exclusive kind of thing. But that's what it seemed like at the time. Whereas now it's just like, yeah, we're going to make games. It's going to be on PlayStation as well anyway. So I don't see the point in why he did it, which is weird. But I think that because he did this, it's kind of like been, I can explain it. It's kind of like been a bad step for him because Call of Duty seems to have took all the air out of the room and everyone thinks Call of Duty needs a break. And it's not taking the units that it would do. Like the last Call of Duty was like the worst one, like sales wise, that there's been, and it was just a terrible game. And the multiplayer is okay, but that's just standard for Call of Duty. But the story campaign is just non-existent. It's the most laziest rehash of maps I've ever seen in my life. It's just terrible. It's so bad. It's just lazy, so lazy. So I think that sucked a lot of air out of the room, and they want like recuperating on the money that they've lost. So yeah, so other things I think have been, if they had the ideas, have probably been pushed away because they need to try and make this back to the great thing that it was. So yeah, that's that. But the thing is that's a bit concerning is that a lady's come in called Asha Sharma. Now, she's come from the AI department by the looks of it. Now, everyone knows that having AI when it comes to making games and stuff isn't going to be a great thing. It can be good for some things, like data things and, things like that. But when it actually comes to like the artistic bit of games and like the gameplay and blah, 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 like you don't want AI anywhere near it. You want someone who's like these think tanks of people to come up with great ideas. That's what make games great in the first place, and you want that to continue. So yeah, so they're the things that I've been kicking off this week, and we will end on a positive. PlayStation anyway. They've got a John Wick game coming, which I've got a lot of high hopes for, and I think I might be wrong here, but I think the best way for it might be kind of like an Arkham Asylum kind of like fight style, but with guns. I think that might be pretty cool. But there's not been any gameplay yet, but still, it's a good little announcement. And they got a War remake. There's thing for Bluepoint. The PlayStation could have had them work on that. But anyway, so that's me. At the minute, I'm currently playing Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation. It's pretty great. So let me know what you guys are playing and drop it in the comments below. I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. Thank you. And I'll see you in the next one.